Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to House and Garden Flipper episode 88. A little hint down the bottom says large flower pots fit well into an English garden. So we are heading straight in. Hopefully this will start to run soon and we'll be there very shortly. Seeing a waiting notification sitting up there. Hopefully this will run through. We're going to go straight into our house that we're waiting on. Just going to go for a quick check over here. Looks good. Alrighty. Okay. We are now. Modern gardens do not like an excess of plants. That's okay. This is not a modern garden. I think this house has come a long way from where we started. Actually, I've just remembered there's a couple of windows I need to clean as well because they were dirty on the outside, not the inside. And I haven't got to them yet. So we're just waiting. Here we go. I think this was one. Yep, let's get this one done while I remember. Honestly, there's a couple out the back I've got to do. So we'll do that when we clad the house. We'll just bring it in apart. It's looking better. It's looking kind of pleasant now. I still really hate the fact I can't get these plants in any closer to the bushes. Alrighty, our vegetable patch is coming up well. I'm contemplating putting down a different surface so that it kind of looks like a vegetable patch, but I really can't see anything that would suit. Wood shavings might, but there's no real dirt squares. So if I put down a wood shaving square to simulate oh, that can't be good. Let's try that again. I may have a glitch. Interesting. Let's try this one. Okay, so we're good for gravel. And we're good for sand. Oh, there we go. Just took a little bit to get it up. So if I did something like put a wood shaving square down in my garden, like this. Oh, right, I can replant the lettuces if it really messes up. Aha, okay, now we can put down wood shavings. Alright, so we can get something that looks vaguely like a garden with mulch happening. Alright, that looks a little bit better. So basically the reason you'd put down wood shavings like this under your plants is just for a bit of moisture conservation, and you'd probably use a kind of a mulch instead of wood shavings. But it will make our garden beds a little bit more defined, so we'll be able to see them. Not sure I really want to see them. They look a bit klutzy at the moment. Alrighty, so I'm going to run that along the fence. As well. Yep, okay. And of course, you knew it was coming. I mean, now that I've seen it, how it looks like this, I'm going to have to go and check out the front and see if that looks any better. Because I actually think... Yep, alright. So we're going to do a quick run around the garden beds and just pop down these layers of mulch. I know it says wood shavings. I'm actually going to call it mulch and... just get it done, because I really like the idea that the garden bed looks like a garden bed as opposed to I don't know, just looking like the grass has got plants in it. So we're just going to go very quickly fix up that area. Yep, that does look a little bit better. Alright. Well, I hope it does, because this is not something I can really undo. Okay. So basically I use this in my garden at home, not wood shavings, but we have like sugarcane mulch, which we put down, and or you can put down straw bales, that helps. And all it does is when your garden gets a bit dry, it keeps the moisture in the soil, so you don't have to water as often, and the water that you do put in doesn't get evaporated, you know, before sunset. So it gives your plants a bit of an extra chance of surviving. And from an aesthetics point of view, just for the game itself, I actually like the fact that it looks like I've got a garden bed as opposed to flowers growing out of some grass. I wonder if they'll put a sprinkler system of some kind in. You know those automatic sprinkler systems you can get? And they're like little sprayers, little sticks that pop up that you just put the piping in. That would be good. But I like defining the spaces like this with color and texture. So we go this way, and we'll just get a bit of this done. Make it look pretty. Living under an air conditioner, it's a bit of a hazard, really. All right. I know this wasn't on our schedule, but it looks better. So we'll hopefully, it would if I could just get it right up to the edge. There we go. Okay. So now we have some garden beds that we can actually see, and I'll be able to put in probably some little plants. Why do I have hedge growing through my garden? That's fine. So I'll just finish running the mulch up the side of the house. Probably isn't a good idea to have it too close to your house like this, but oops. All right. Okay, so we have so far got ourselves a lettuce patch, a cucumber patch, a carrot patch, which I can now put more carrots in because I can see where it begins and ends. We're going to have a, I don't know, something else patch. Actually, putting down the soil like this also enables you to work out exactly how much space your garden is going to take up. So you just pop that in. You can grab some, go to plants, go to edibles, and I think we had pumpkins. We also had, what else have I missed? I still don't know what a Cornus mass is. I keep forgetting to look it up. We have strawberries. They need to go along the fence line. I think I've put raspberries in, but we might put a more formal patch of raspberries. We definitely need some zucchinis. We need some broccoli, cauliflower, and cauliflower as well. That'd be good. Wow, that is huge. Let's see if I can just get it to fit vaguely in the space I've got for it. All right, that's the zucchini patch. It's out of control. Let's make its dirt base a bit bigger. It's mulch base, I should say. Oh, we're going to have this again? Really? Alright, let's just do what we did last time. Oh no, now my computer is having an absolute hissy fit. It does this occasionally. I think I know what its problem is. Just give me a tick. What I'm going to do is close a couple of things, and hopefully that will that will make it feel a bit better. All right, let's see if I can get my graveling to work now. No, it's seriously going to have a hissy over this. Alrighty. Let's check my wood shavings. I am not doing wood shavings with a shaving pile that's that small. That's going to put a cramp in my style. Annoying. Alrighty, let's go plant some pumpkins. And hopefully I'll get my ability to do giant bits of gravel in a minute. We have pumpkin plants. Let's go with buy many. We might, well, we'll see. Ooh, okay, maybe we won't buy many. Maybe we'll just buy one massive plant. Look at the size of this thing. I'll just back myself up so I'm not standing on its edges. There we go. We might put our pumpkin plant about here. That's huge. You know what? We need watermelons too. Watermelons would look good in here. Okay. Now that we've faffed about a bit with that, I don't think we want to put too many more tomato bushes in. So we might just go with some of the more edible plants. Tall blueberries look cool. Let's do some blueberries, and then we'll do raspberries on the end. And that way we can have red tomatoes and blue blueberries and red raspberries, and it'll look kind of cute, maybe, if I can get it to fit. And I still haven't done a formal strawberry patch. These guys are going to be like the fruit salad kings of the neighborhood. I prefer doing bunches of raspberries as opposed to just the single ones. The single ones look kind of cute, but the bunches are just a little bit more practical. And I think these windows are fine, but I'll check them anyway. Oh man, I'm running out of plant varieties to plant. Alright, you know what? I don't know what a corn mass is, but obviously it's in here for a reason. So let's just assume it's, oh my lord, edible. I really don't know what a corn mass is. Let's go pop one of those over here. We'll pretend it's some kind of fruit tree, because that's what it looks like. Okay, that didn't work. I think we maybe need some strawberries. Strawberries are good. So we've got tomatoes, raspberries, zucchinis, a cornus mass. I really do have to look that up. Oh, China mealies. What's that? It's a little thingamy plant. I've got it planted informally in the other garden. So what I'll do is I'll just plant kind of a row of those as well on the grounds that this way you can get all your fruit in one patch. Yeah, we need one on the corner. Just about there. Okay. Ah, no, not hammering the plant. E and E and more E and even more E. There we go. Now we'll just dig a few holes. That E. If you go past the number of digs it takes to dig the hole, it puts the shovel away on you. So that's all you do is you hit the E to get it back. All right. Go in and that one. Where are we? We are nearly done with this garden. I'm just really hoping that that it resets so I can do some nice graveling in a minute. Okay, so what we've got now is, as well as having the edible plants around the yard, we've actually got like a formal area for them. So if people are short on time and don't really feel like, you know, hunting amongst the flowers for their bits and bobs, for the Chanamelias, for instance, they can go and do stuff. Let's see if we've got our ability to put down squares of... Alright, it's better than it was. That'll do. We were going to give the zucchinis a little bit more wood shaving space. And we're going to do the same for the pumpkin, so we've got that colour delineation. And besides, it's better for the fruit to be sitting on your mulch bed than it is to have them sitting straight onto the dirt. There we go. Alright, we're good. Okay. I think the last thing we need over here is probably a strawberry bed, and I'm going to try and line it up with the garden bed coming around the corner. So it's going to be maybe a narrow strawberry bed. I might just decide against this in a minute. We'll find out. No, you know what? We need a big strawberry bed. It's kind of like drawing with your mouse. Here we are. So technically, wood shavings are good, but we're just pretending it's mulch. One mulchy garden bed. Oops, we don't want to tile anything. And a whole bunch of strawberry plants. If they ever get a dog, they're in trouble though, because the dog will just, unless they fence him off, the dog's going to graze through their strawberry plants and eat all their strawberries. At least that's what my dogs did. They love strawberries. I haven't lined these up right, but I'm not going to dig them all up and do them again. That would be... It's a garden. Gardens are not usually geometric. Well, too geometric. They can be a bit. Strawberries. That's messy and I don't like it. I am going to dig them up. Oh, does that mean I could sell that mulch? I could too. Look at that. You can remove the top layer of stuff if it's giving you conniptions. Alright, we're not going to, but that's interesting to know. Actually, you know what? I didn't need to sell them. I could just move them. Dope. Here we go. Oops, get back in there. Alright, let's go with things down the back of the house. I was going to just make it strawberries, but I'm not now. I'm going to do something else with it. Okay, first we need a line. Normally if you can just line yourself up and walk in a straight line, you can generally get yourself a garden edge that's kind of straight without using... mind you, you are assuming you can walk in a straight line, and that's not always a given with me, so... Oh no. Yep. Alright, kind of there. Oh yeah, that's right. Probably should have stuck with the gravel here. We'll find out. Like I said, I've just found out we can remove layers, so that's really good. To get it right up to the edge of the house and just take the grass out along the edges, you've just got to wriggle it. Kind of. I hate to think of how much I'm spending in gravel here, but there we go. All right. Let's go with that. That's done. That's done. Add all of that. I found another interesting little game when I was browsing on Steam earlier that I might give a go. It's called Moral, The Hunt for Morels, and morels are a kind of mushroom. So it's kind of like House Flipper, but more like House Flipper if you were going out into the wild. And I just want to see what if that's really how it plays like. But it's good. It's nice having a few peaceful games around. There we go. Alright, so that might be something you'll see me play later, but right now let's see if we can't get this house flipped. Alright, we just want some decorative edible thingamywhatsits along the edge here. So we'll probably stick with our couple of big bunches of raspberries. We'll go with, yep, one there, under the window, on either side. And in the corner, put one up on the edge. Actually, we'll put a cluster on the edge. Actually, no, we won't. Put that one there. This is one of my other windows that I have to clean. All right. Now what we're going to do is go straight with the blueberries. Okay. I don't think I'm going to fit one over in that bottom corner. Oh, I'm mistaken. I am. Just had to turn the raspberry plants sideways. They take up this space. Alright. Now, along the edge, I'm not sure if the strawberries are actually going to fit, but we'll give them a go. Alright, so they'll fit. Now I need to find out something to fit. These aren't going to go. Oh wait, they are going to go. Excellent, let's do that. by many, not by few. So this window I keep coming back to is one of the new additions they did with one of their latest patches. Basically anything that you've bought recently, rather than having to go back through your menus to try and find it, it's just up on the front menu. It goes away, but you've got to buy a few things in the meantime. Alright, so no strawberries in there. Let's just go with another blueberry here. Okay. Now I just saw... Alright, so this tool is your cell tool. Nice. Now we can use that to tidy up our edges, I hope. Maybe. You just got to kind of probably touch up a bit after you've done. That's not bad. Alright, that made life easy. Let's get the house clad and just finish cladding the house. So we were using the white horizontal panels, and that was pretty much just to make it look nice. Okay. So that's the side done. This area here I may actually leave as is, which means I just have to decide what to do with the very back and how to finish off that pool entertainment area around the side, and then I think we'll be done. And I might try and get that all done today, and then we might go to the garden contest and the auction. So we still have our Johnson family up at the top. We've given them a children's room, a family room, a big main bedroom in the garage, a living room, kitchenette, and I think I managed to put in about 3 or 4 bathrooms. My main design flaw in that, though, is that I don't think I made any of the bathrooms accessible outside a bedroom ensuite, so that would be a big downside for me. But the Johnsons don't seem to mind, so I'm gonna need this. Back to tiling, grab a tile. Excellent. Alright, so pretty much all of that is done. Not sure what this odd strip of wood is at the back. Hopefully it's not something that's going to break. I just tiled over something, didn't I? I did. There's not much I can do about the unsightly strip in between the two zones. That's alright. Sometimes if you're aiming your dot really high and it won't let you highlight, just come down, it shortens the distance. Oh, I did it again. Definitely need a tiling perk that doesn't let you tile over where you've been before. It's a pain. But the white walls do brighten up the space in behind the berry bushes. So they stand out a little bit better. And having the layers of mulch down seems to work pretty well. I think I'm going to take maybe 2 stacks here. And then probably a third and a fourth around the corner, maybe a fifth actually. Alright, let's see how we go. So the house should be completely clad by the end of this episode as well. So finish cladding, do the garden contest after we finish the last bits and bobs. And we'll see how we go. It's cost an absolute fortune. If you have a look, we're down to 9 grand in our account, or just under 10. But utility garden's one of those things. It's a bit like the English garden. It's a lot of plants and a lot of placing and a lot of fiddling about. But the effect is really, I like it. So you have this fruit thing happening. That's right, we're going to put an orchard down this side, which means I need to put a fence or some sort of hedging in between the entertainment area and where I put the orchard. That's what this section is going to be about. So we will do that very, very shortly. So that will mean more digging and planting of trees. This should be our last or second to last section of up. There we go. Yep, it's our last section. There's no way to put the ladder in your car and use it between jobs, which you would do if you were doing this permanently. But that's right. You just keep it, move it around on the job you're on, and then sell it. And it all works out pretty okay in the end. Actually, I could have left it behind and maybe stuck it in the shed for the Johnsons to use when they're cleaning their roof lines. Okay. We also need a path up to the back door, so I might do that in the brick, maybe, instead of in the gravel. Possibly border the edge with gravel, but the problem is if I gravel near the mulch line and the garden bed, it'll gravel over. And it looks like we've got a little bit more turfing to do as well. I need to probably take a picture before the light completely goes. Alright, let's toddle this way. Just hit. That's not the best one, I don't think. And I should get rid of that. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to put in this space is a bit of an orchard. We are going to remember to clean our windows before we go any further. I think there was one set I had, here they are, over here. Oh, it's going to make me do each one individually. Fine. think we're nearly done. So cleaning the windows gives you a slightly better price with your fussier clients, like the dude down, fourth down from the top, Dolan. Dolan Trusk likes nice clean windows. Your real estate agent likes nice clean windows. And some of those other more dour-faced clients prefer it as well. We're going to take out these trees. You can do it two ways. You can hit E, or you can just select your axe in your wheel of tools and go that way. Alrighty. One. I really hate chopping at it forever, so I just kind of tend to chop around. And it seems to fall down a bit quicker if I do it that way. And we'll just get rid of these en masse. Oh, right. So I've just got this little patch here to do. So what we're going to do is take out the, get rid of those now that I've done that. We need one path down to here. I'm going to put hedges in along here. And we need to turf roll, and then we need to plant a ton of fruit trees. So let's get the paving stones down. Paving slabs, there we go. So we're just going to go and grab our 100 by 100s, make sure we remember what colour scheme we used last time. And very quickly, or maybe not so quickly, we'll start at the door. I'm just going to go as far in under that door as I can, and maybe not cover the garden bed quite that much. But you'll notice with the garden bed, it'll let you go over it with the paving slabs. And that's not the other way around. They won't let you put the mulch over the top of the paving slabs. That's going to make my life exciting. Alright, let's see if we can fit a paving slab kind of in the middle like that. We're going to do a 100 by 50. Okay, there is no 100 by 50. Let's check this one out first. We'll just flip it around using shift and the mouse scroll. That'll fit, but it'll give us a seam between the two, and if we want to avoid that, we might want to try the 50 by 50 paving slabs, which are down here at the bottom. So these are a nice little option as well. We're going to buy many because we're going to try and put 2 in. Yeah, there we go. It's not going to be a perfect fit because the stones aren't lined up 100%. That's kind of sort of a bit annoying. I'll fix that in a minute. Looks like we're going to encringe on that garden a bit more than I intended. Alrighty, grab that and just move it. Oh no. There we go. It's not going to let me do that. Okay. Maybe we'll just shift everything. Okay, we're going to ignore it. It's going to drive me nuts, but we'll ignore it. Alright, we now have paving slabs down. Let's get our turf rolls down as well. That'll be the most basic bits done. Surfaces, turf sod. Now, some of you are wondering why I don't just do this. And then move along and just go E for use and just run it straight down. There's another little patch up ahead. Yeah. Oh, it's going to make me walk all the way back. That's irritating. Usually it just teleports you back to where your other turf sods are waiting. That's annoying. So basically I've been avoiding doing this because last time I did it, when I rolled them straight down, I had this little tiny strip in between in between the turf sods, and it doesn't look like that's happening this time. Let me just have a look. Yeah, there was like a line, and I didn't like it because when I was doing emission, so that little line actually accounted for about 5% of the coverage that I hadn't done. It took me quite a while to work out that I'd missed bits of coverage because of it. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be doing it anymore, so that's nice. Maybe I will keep doing it this way. Nearly done. See, what happened, and actually it's not happening now, so if you have a look, where I've laid the turf sod down, there's no little gap. When I first did this, there was. So I was either driving like a drunken monkey, which is always possible, or it just doesn't happen now. So let's just get this one. So I used to buy them individually, because that way I could overlap them and make sure that there was no ground left uncovered. Alright, let's go with this one. Don't think there's any more bare bits down here, except for that one. So we might just keep cutting these ones short. Yep, so it's the next one I need to bring down. So we're nearly done. Basically just running through the last bits and bobs. Okay, I love it, there's no gap, good. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put down a hedge. We're going to leave, probably put a gap in the hedge close to the door so that you can step straight out. And that will bring us to, where do I find hedges again? They're somewhere in, they're in fences, there you go. Perfectly logical. Narrow coniferous, 1.5 meters. Actually, I might do that. It's a fairly big hedge to have in the back of your garden, but or narrow deciduous. Let's go with coniferous, I think. Ooh, I can do colours. I like colours. That's pretty. I don't remember these being in here. They were though. Just not something I've used a lot of. I think we might stick with that one. It's a kind of a lighter coloured hedge and it goes with the, let's just shift and mouse wheel. It's a lighter colour hedge. It goes with the lighter colour decor. I can block it off here, but what I might do is put a tree on that corner and use it as kind of a gateway into the orchard. And we'll use this as just a straight out barrier. Here we go. I'm actually thinking we might leave a gate kind of area here. And then I might put a second gate. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, so we'll block that one straight up and we'll just move these down to cover that gap. Alright, so now what you've got is you've got a walkway into your entertainment area and down to your back door. Oops. So you have your projection in here, barbecue area here. I keep thinking I should put something here, but I can't work out what yet. And I really need to put something along that fence line So we have this tree blocking entrance to the kids' garden at the back there, but you have your gateway to that right here. So yeah, we definitely need a tree there. So we're going to actually put our orchard in here. We are going to use edible trees. Well, trees with edible bits at least. Because, I mean, anyone wants to chow down on an apple tree, that's fine. But I don't advise it. Really like that corner's mass. That's huge. It's massive even. So, let's pop that there. And we'll get into the tree. So what I've got is I've got apples and plums over there, which means we are short a few peach trees. We've done plenty of vines. Actually, we might put vines along that back fence in the pool area as well. So we've done plums, we haven't done pears, and I don't think we did cherries. And we've got a few varieties of apples we can do. So I'm going to go with about 3 of each. We might as well make them big trees because we can. Let's go with the cherry trees. Cherry trees are always shorter though. So they'll be in our middle row. Let's have a look at the size of the pear trees. Oh yeah, that's more kind of what I'm thinking of. Alrighty. And it's not wanting to go there because when the crowns of the tree touch, they don't let you put them in. Alright. In the back of the garden, we have several massive pear trees. Did I say 3? Oops. Okay, I want to put that over just a little bit. Actually, we probably don't want them right on the fence line. Come to think of it, that's generally a bad spot for a tree. It does horrible things to your fence and you can't maintain it. So we'll line these guys up. I'm just using the mini map to try and bring the center dots out so that they're more in line. About there. Right, so we're going to pop those guys in there. Just bring that down a little bit more. Basically, the reason I'm fiddling around with them now is because I can't fiddle around with them once I stick them in the ground. Unlike the plants that you don't have to dig in, these things, once they're dug in, they stay. Alright, so that gives us our pear trees. Let's go with our... What else have we missed? We've got plum trees in. Let's go with our cherries. And we might stagger them just a little bit so that they're kind of halfway in between. We need a 4th. Okay, aesthetics. It'll do. And then we need something smaller along this. So I'm going to actually use some small John Gold apples. Just to give a different variety of apples. So hopefully these things aren't massive. They're a little bit massive. It'll be fine. Really it will. I'm going to try pivoting them just to see if they can fit in spaces that they might not otherwise. So it's not going to go there. Oh, wait a minute. It'll go here. Excellent. And we'll bring it down to about here. And we'll bring that one there. We might use these as a Actually, I might just bring that down. Hang on, aesthetics. So I can have it bordering the gateway if I want. Alright, let's do that. I'll just bring this one out a bit. And we'll do the same with that one. Alright, so this is our little forest of fruit. Put that plant in, and we'll put that one in, and we'll put that one in, and that one. Just run around like lunatics and drop these in the ground. Alrighty, now hopefully if we just stand in one spot and we've got ourselves in the right position, we don't have to run around too much. 1, 2, yep, that'll do for a start. Let's put that one in and put that one in and put that one in. Basically covering them with soil is as simple as just finding the sweet spot on the trunk where it gives you the instruction to press the E. It varies from plant to plant. Alrighty. And we might stand about here, I think. So this is the quickest way I've found of putting in plants. You can put them in individually, or you can kind of sit yourself in the middle of a circle of plants and maybe just do one action between 3 or 4 of them. And sometimes it's faster than if you do it the other way around. Sometimes. Okay, cover the plant with soil. Oops. Oh dear, we're going a little bit long. But we are nearly done, so I'm going to push it right through to the end. And we will do this auction tonight. That one. So if you ever forget which plants you've watered in and which ones you need to do more work on, what you can do is just look in your mini map. Anything that's red, that's not watered in or planted or whatever. Anything that's white or green, that's done. It just depends on which species of plant you're planting. So we'll run through and we'll just quickly get these in. We now have our grove of trees. Cover that with soil. And cover that with soil. Right, and cover that one with soil. There we go. Alright, nearly done. I think these guys might be close to the last ones, except for the cornice mass that I've got down by the garden shed and the mulch buckets. And I just have to put a very quick array of probably raspberries and lavender along the back fence. No, not raspberries and lavender. Yeah, grapefruit, not grapes, grapevines, and grapevines, berry bushes, and something else. And we'll try and fit the theme of the rest of the garden with that. Alright, we're good with that one. Let's just get this one done. This has taken a little bit longer than I thought it would, so sorry about that. Cover that with soil. All right, run down to the other end here. So there's our orchard. We really don't need to add anything else in there. I just need to plant this one. Windows are done, the house is clad. Where'd my tree go? Oh, there it is. Alrighty. Lawn is fully turfed. Okay. Entertainment area is complete. I might put my hose away now before I hose something I regret. Okay, so all I really want to do is put something in, possibly along here. So what did I use? I used Cornus mass and some kind of grapevine and strawberries. So I don't know, do we really need something along there, or should I just tile it? You know what? We're going to tile it. Make this area quite distinct. We're going to head straight in, grab our 100 by 100 paving blocks, and we're going to just finish off this area as a tiled area rather than a garden area. Which will give people a little bit more space to spread their towels, put their bags down, and I don't know, sunbake if they want to. So we'll just drop that in there. So that gives the Johnson family a huge family area to play in. A self-sufficient little garden for them to cut their grocery bills in. And a children's playground. Nice area for entertaining visitors. So they've pretty much got it all, but like I said, the devs haven't quite put in how a family would react or how each customer reacts to the garden yet. They are working on it though. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. Who knows, if I did this garden once they've done it, the Johnson family might hate it. Then I'd have to rethink things. Or they might like it. One of the two. So we'll just drop that in. Alright, yeah. So I think that actually works a little bit better than maybe having plants all along that back fence again. You come through into this area, use the hedge and the tree as kind of an entry into a whole different zone in the garden. And then you're here. Now I could theoretically put plants all up along the fence line, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to leave that bare and just give these people a bit of a gardening break. Then they can expand into here if they want to. And just wander through. Mulch bins closed and not enclosed. Another garden shed. They might need another one, but they can pop that in if they do. And just head through. I'm not putting lights in this section of the garden. Technically you won't be out here in the dark. Here's your front lawn. It's kind of on display. I might just take a shot of that. I've left in some of the trees from the block. I took out all of the conifers. And that's pretty much it. So let's see how we go with a garden competition. Alright, the trick is don't press anything until you get to the section you want. So we're not doing American, we're not doing English, we're not doing the modern garden, we're doing the crop garden, edible vegetables and fruit. So let's see what they think of it. They might not like it. Who knows? Oh, good. That's pretty good. That's got to be the best I've done in that kind of a garden. Nifty. So we have increased our house value by 50%, which is pretty much what we're doing. Let's put this place on auction and see how we go. Jimmy Trader was willing to offer $132,000 and his was the lowest bid. That's not too bad. I don't think we're going to double it, but we're going to come close. Excellent. It's great. Great to have 5 bedrooms. I'm wondering what they mean by there's no trash. Do I have to throw some rubbish in for them to be happy? Or, yeah, it's like, is the place too tidy? Anyway, 194,000, we are going to accept that bid. After we negotiate, let's see if we can get them to bring it up. They might laugh at us, but hey, there's nothing like trying. Oh, awesome. Worth trying. Let's go okay. And we're going to accept that offer. We just bought our next house and paid for this one off. That's pretty good. So I think that's where we might leave it today. We might just have a quick look and see what we've got on the screen. But there we go. Tip of the day, there should be comfortable furniture in the American garden. I'm going to call that particular flip a bit of a win, given I had no idea what I was doing when I started. Tomorrow, we are going to buy some houses. There are a few, so that's not bad. We're also going to go, I don't know if we need to really have a look. We've got plenty in the bank now, so we probably don't need to have a look. Actually, what we might do is we might do the bunker commission, buy some houses, and maybe get started on the next flip. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. In the meantime, thanks for hanging with me, guys, and I will catch you all tomorrow. If you like the episode, press like, and if you want to see more, press subscribe. Otherwise, have a great day.